how to evaluate logs, or in other words, how to figure out what a log equals. And so I put two problems here, a really easy one and then a really hard one. And so for the first one, there's kind of two ways to go about it. We can either say to ourselves, because remember this is your base, this is your answer, and that's your exponent. We can say to ourselves, okay, 5 raised to what exponent is going to give us 25? And obviously the answer would be 2. 5 squared is going to be 25, and so your answer would be 2. Now if that's not obvious to you, there's another way you can think about it. You can kind of put it back into exponential form. So in exponential form it would say base, exponent, answer. You could say, all right, well 5 raised to what exponent? That's what you don't know yet, so you could put an x there so that way you know you're looking for it. Equals, and then your answer 25. And that might help you, because then you can say, oh, 5 to what makes 25? And clearly the answer to that is 2. 5 squared makes 25. And so log 5 of 25 equals 2, and your answer is 2. Easy, easy peasy. And this one is also easy peasy. It's just going to take a little bit more brain power, and we're going to have to remember some exponent rules. So basically the cube root of 4 to the what power is going to make 16, because again, here's your base, here's the answer that you want, and here's your exponent. All right, this one's a little tougher. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't just do this in my head. I'm going to need to write it out in exponent form to figure it out. So base, exponent equals the answer. So the base cube root of 4, exponent, that's what we don't know yet, equals the answer 16. Okay, well, it's going to take some more work because we're like, well, we still don't quite know. So now we're going to have to use some exponent rules to really figure this out. Let me get my eraser here. And let me take the first problem off the board because I feel like you probably got that by now. And let's just go ahead and continue this work over here. So let's rewrite the cube root of 4. Now hopefully you know by now. If you don't, now I'm telling you. A cube root would be the same as saying, like the cube root of 4 would be the same as saying 4 to the 1/3 exponent. And don't forget, you already had x up there in your exponent as well, so we'll just put the little x with it. There it is. Okay, and then equals the 16. Well, we're still not quite there yet. Now we need to do something called common bases, and I'll probably do a whole nother video about common bases, but for right now, we need to get 4 and 16 to have the same base. Like if the base of 4 is 4, the base of 16 is 16, but we need to try to rewrite it so that way they'll both have the same base. And probably the easiest thing to do would be to think, well, 16, I can make that have a base of 4, because we know that 16 is the same as 4 squared. And so if I do that, now they both have, so I'm going to put the 4 to the 1/3 x. Now they both have the same base. 4 to the 1/3 x has the base of 4, and 16, if I rewrite it as 4 squared, also has the base of 4. So now that they have the same base, now I can really start to figure out what x is. So in other words, I don't need to know this base anymore. I've done my work with that, so now I'm going to take the two exponents and I'm going to set them equal. And so I'll just bring this back over here. I'm not erasing the problem because eventually I want to put the answer in there. So now I'm going to take the 4's are equal, so that's how come we're going to ignore them from now on. And now we're going to go 1/3 x equals 2. And we're going to solve this for x. So 1/3 x equals 2. And you'll know I put the x up in the numerator because that's technically where it goes. And just to make these both look like fractions, I think I'll make this be like 2/1. So now they both look like fractions. Now I just have to solve this for x. So I want to get rid of the 3 because I want to isolate the x. So to get rid of a 3 in the denominator, multiply by a 3 on top, and then do the same thing to the other side. So the times 3 and the divide by 3, those cancel, and that leaves you with 1x, which is just x. And then 2 times 3 is 6, and then it's over 1, which is just 6. So x equals 6. So here, 6 is the answer. We had to go through all that work to solve it, but the log of cube root 4, 16 equals, your answer is 6, and so we've just evaluated that. Good luck. If you need any help with this, you can email me. I'll put my contact information in the description. Hey guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my website at oliviashirleytutoring.weebly.com, where you can schedule one-on-one tutoring and contact me.